everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. Before we get any further, I do want to give a big thank you to Btartbox for sponsoring today's video, along with sending over some of their brand new X-Coat French nail tips. As you guys may know, if you have already watched my channel before, I absolutely love Btartbox, especially their pre-designed X-Coat tips. They are just absolutely amazing. You guys know I love easy, quick, beginner-friendly DIY. Just that type of category is my cup of tea, and Btartbox falls directly into that category. 10 out of 10. Their X-Coat nail tips are 100%. I've heard so many good things about them from my subscribers. I also really love using them, and if you have not tried them, I definitely recommend trying them out. They do have a lot of different collections available. They have some different French tips, some ombre. They also even have cat eye nails, and they're all X-Coat tips. You can apply them using gel. So very, very nice. They are soft gel nail tips, and in today's video, I'm actually going to be trying their Pink Series French tips, which I am really excited about. They recently just launched their blue French tips, which I really, really loved, because if you guys know me, I love the color blue, and having pre-designed blue French tips is just so awesome. So I really love those. I'll have that video linked up in the cards, but they also just recently launched their pink French tips. So that is what I'm going to be trying out and using in today's video. They did send over 2 boxes of their pink French X-Coat nail tips. We have a long square and also a short square. I think I will end up using the long square in today's video, but I don't know, because I really love their both lengths. I love their long and I love their short, but we also do have a mix of different pink colored French tips in these boxes. So I quickly want to pull up my other camera. We'll take a quick look at these pink X-Coat nail tips from Btartbox. And then in today's video, I'm actually going to be doing like the entire step-by-step tutorial, step-by-step process, even the removal process. So a lot of you have been asking like how to actually remove the nails, and I notice I don't have many channels or really any on my channel at all, like those types of videos. So I decided in today's video, I'm going to show the entire process for these Btartbox nail tips, the step-by-step process, starting with nail prep, the application, and then also the removal process as how you would remove these nails once it comes time, if you're ready for a new nail set or whatever the case may be. However you want to like take that, like when you're done wearing your nails, when you're ready to remove them. I will also be showing that process in today's videos. So make sure you stick around if you are curious as to how to remove these X-Coat nail tips. But let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm really excited to see the 5 different colors of pink French tips. Alrighty, so here are the X-Coat nail tips, and as you can see, they are pink French tips. Super fun and exciting. These are also perfect for Valentine's Day, but I also know pink is a super popular color, so these can be worn any time of the year. I just really love how Btartbox is launching more colors of their French tips. Instead of just having their basic white and black, they're having more colors, like their pastels, and then the blue, and now the pink, and another one is also coming. So I just find that very exciting, and just it gives everybody a good variety of different like French tip colors that you may want to apply it to your nails. But here are the pink French tips. Like I said, they did send over 2 boxes. We have the short square and we also have the long square. On the back of the boxes, it does just show about their patented material, and then it also shows that you are able to apply these nail tips using gel. They are intended to be applied using gel, so even though they are pre-colored, They are not fully opaque. They do still have that transparent look to them, which allows you to apply them with gel, and it will still allow the light to be able to reach through the pre-coloring and fully cure the nail tip. I have never had any issues with the Btartbox X Coat tips with like the curing or like the gel being uncured. I've always had my gel fully cure when I follow the intended instructions and also the proper curing times. Keep in mind, not only doing a flash cure, but also going into a large full powered nail lamp and doing your full cure. That way you can follow and get that proper curing time to be sure the gel does fully cure. So like I said, I want to take a closer look at these nail tips. Let's go ahead and open up the long square and we'll take a quick look at these first. So in the box, not only do we have the nail tips, but we also have this little like instruction manual here, 10 minutes for salon quality, 28+ day lasting. And then it also just shows the quick and easy step-by-step process on how to get these nails applied. And then here are the nails. Oh my goodness, are these stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. This is also the pink nail bed color. Oh my goodness, I am in love. This first color is gorgeous. But in here, we actually have a total of 5 different pink French tip colors. So this first one here is a very pretty, almost like a bright neon pink. It kind of reminds me of like summer and watermelon for some reason. I know watermelon's red, but I don't know. That's just the type of vibe I'm getting from this French tip color. It is absolutely gorgeous. Also, maybe like that type of neon Barbie pink. The next color here, well, of course, it's pink, but this one is just a little deeper, darker, just that true, really like hot pink color. The third one is this very beautiful light pink. It almost reminds me of like a bubblegum color. The fourth color is a good medium toned pink. It's very similar to the light pink, but it is slightly different, almost giving like dragon fruit pink. Very pretty color. And finally, the fifth pink French tip color is this super light, like baby pink. Oh my goodness, are these stunning. I can't even pick out a favorite pink because these are all just so gorgeous. Just look at all of these pink colors side by side. So pretty. And the fun thing about this is you can use all 5. You can do a different pink color on each of the nails. You can mix and match 1, 2, or 3 of them, so on. Or you can do just one pink color on all of your nails. These are so stunning. The pink is absolutely gorgeous. Another thing, these nail tips are amazing quality. The top side does have that pre-matted surface, and the underside is also like pre-matte or pre-etched. That does save time on the filing and buffing. A quick tip, when it does come to filing, there is not much filing needed just because these are pre-shaped, but just keep in mind, never file over the French tip or it will remove because the French tip is not all the way through on these nails. So if you do file over that French tip, you will remove it. So just something to keep in mind. But these nail tips are great quality. I also just want to pull one off here just so we can take a little bit of a closer look at one of these and just check out the quality of the nail tip. So here is just the nail tip. Very, very beautiful. This is the long length. They also do have the short length, which I will be showing in just a second here. But these are absolutely gorgeous. You can also see that the pre-coloring on this nail tip is not fully opaque. It does have that transparent look to it. Like I was mentioning, these nail tips are intended to be applied using gel, so following the proper intended curing times, you should not have any issues whatsoever. For the free edge of these nails, they do have a great thickness to them. The free edge is thick, which we love to see. That shows a really good quality nail tip. And then also the nail tip is not bendable or flexible. It is strong. It's a good material. For the cuticle area, it is a lot thinner and also a lot more flexible, which we love to see because when we go in and apply that nail tip, we're going to get that very seamless and flawless transition. These nail tips are a 10 out of 10. I love the Btartbox X-Coat tips. I always speak so highly of them, and I will continue to use them and use them time and time again. The quality is just insane, and they also are just so freaking beautiful and just like so targeted towards beginners, because French tip nails are just a very popular nail design. It's very classy, elegant, beautiful, but it can be very tricky to do. But when you have a pre-coloring nail tip like this that already has the pre-coloring, the pre-French tip design, and you just apply it using gel, and it's just like bam, 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 you're done. You have a beautiful French set, and these are just gorgeous. And also that smile line, absolutely flawless. So these are the long square. Now let's quickly just pull out the short square so we can take a quick look at those ones. So these are the short square, same exact thing. We have the 5 different colors of the pink French tip, and the pink French tip color is the exact same on the short square as it was for the long square. These are also absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, I love both the long and the short. I feel like both are very elegant, and whether or not you like short or longer nails, I really love how they give that option. They also give the option of the different nail bed color as well. So you can get the brown color, which is just a little bit deeper and darker. And then this nail bed color here, this one is the pink nail bed color. And then here quickly is just a side-by-side comparison of the short and also the long. Again, very beautiful, very flawless. The pink short, they are also the exact same. They have that pre-matte surface on the top and underside. The quality is also the exact same. Now the French tip does differ slightly, but that is just because of the shorter nail length. But these are gorgeous, and I definitely recommend them. I will have them linked down below in the description box in case you guys do want to pick them up for yourselves. But now we are ready to dive in and get these nail tips applied. It truly is such a quick and easy process. And in today's video, like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing the entire step-by-step tutorial from natural nail prep to getting these nail tips applied, and also showing how to remove these nail tips at the very end of the video. So make sure you stick around. I've seen the question a few times, and I want to respond and answer to that as to how you would remove these nails. So be sure to stick around, and I am so ready to get these nail tips applied. Alrighty, so the first step is, of course, natural nail prep. So I always like to start off with my cuticles. So I'm going to take my cuticle pusher, and this one also has a scraper tool, which I will use to push back my cuticles and also scrape up to remove any dead cuticle. Removing your cuticle from your natural nail plate is super important. We want our natural nail plate to be free of any dead cuticle or any debris. So just really taking your time and going in with removing the cuticle, it's going to be very crucial, and also just help get the longevity, making your nail sets last those 28+ days. If you have more cuticle growth than I did, you can of course also go in with an e-file and a cuticle bit, and that can really help get up your dead cuticle. I'm also going to go in with some cuticle nippers here, and I'm also going to just take this and nip up any of that dead cuticle. This also isn't really necessary. You don't necessarily need to use cuticle nippers. I know they can be a little scary for beginners. So again, an e-file with a cuticle bit, it can be super helpful to clean up and remove the cuticle further without actually needing to use cuticle nippers. Now, because our natural nails do have a natural shine to them, we want to go in and remove that shine. So you can use your e-file with your sanding band to do this, or I'm just going to take a buffer and just gently remove the shine. You don't want to file into your natural nails because that will cause damage to them, but we just want to lightly go over and remove the natural shine. Here are how my nails are looking before, and then I will show the after once I remove the shine. And here is the after. You can definitely see, I know there's still dust on here, but you can definitely see how just doing that very quick and easy, it just removed the shine from my natural nails. Now we want to, of course, dehydrate and remove all of this nail dust. So I'm going to take a stiff dust brush with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and this is going to help remove all of the nail dust, but it's also going to help dehydrate my natural nails just because I applied that rubbing alcohol to the dust brush. So I'm just going to go in, make sure I remove all of the nail dust. At this point, we have begun our prep steps. So you do not want to wash your hands, apply any cuticle oil, apply any lotion, any hand soaps, anything like that. Do not do, because that can interfere with your prep steps, and that will also interfere with your nails lasting. So just use a dust brush to remove the nail dust. Don't wash your hands, because that is definitely going to cause interference and make your nails not last as long. To help further dehydrate, I'm going to take a lint-free wipe with some more rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to go in and wipe the surface of each of my nails, and this is going to dehydrate and dry out my natural nail plate. You can see here the nails are drying out. Our natural nails do have a natural oil to them, and oil does not mix well with gels. So we want to make sure our nails are super duper dry. And you can see here my nails are looking really dry and nothing is on the surface of my natural nail plate. To further help these nails last, I'm going to go in with the Btartbox Tip Primer, and I'm going to apply a layer of this primer to all of my nails. Primer is going to allow for a better adhesion. If you do struggle with lifting, I always recommend going in with 2 coats of primer, but it is not necessary. So if you don't struggle with lifting, you can just go in with 1 coat and let that air dry. To finish off our natural nail prep, I am going to apply a layer of base coat, but instead of just a regular base coat, I'm going to use the X-Coat Tips glue gel, and I'm just going to go in with a layer of this to all of the nails, and yes, I will cure. So I'll apply this gel to all of my nails, a nice even coat, and then I will go into my large nail lamp and do a full cure of this product, and this is going to act as my base coat. So now that our natural nails are prepped, we're ready to apply the nail tips. So first things first, we need to get these sized out, and because they are all laid out on this nail strip here, it makes sizing out the nail tips super easy. When sizing, just be sure the nail tip does fit from sidewall to sidewall, and don't forget, if you need to, you are able to do any customization. You want the nail tip to fit as perfect as possible. So if you are ever in between sizes, never size down, always size up, and then just customize that nail tip to get the perfect fit. Also, if around the cuticle area it's looking a little wonky, just take that hand file and go around the cuticle to help get that perfect look. The better the nail tips fit you, the longer they're going to last, and the better the nail set's going to look in the end. And it's just really quick and easy to take a hand file and do any customizing. here are the nail tips after I have them all sized out. I also forgot to mention that I am just going to be using one of the pink French tip colors for today's nail set. I'm also going to be throwing on a little bit of Valentine's Day teddy bear nail art. So I picked out this beautiful pink color. It's almost like that bubblegum pink. I just thought these would be perfect, especially to also do the little Valentine's Day teddy bear nail art that I want to do. So here are the nails. They're looking so good on this palette, but once I have them applied, they are going to look so freaking awesome on my natural nails. So I am ready to get these babies applied. To apply them, I do have my Flash Cure light, which I will be using for my flash cures. I do, of course, also have my large full powered nail lamp, which I will be using to do my full cures to be sure the gel is fully cured. Just something to keep in mind. I don't show that on camera, but I do always do that off camera, and I try my hardest to always mention when I'm doing a full cure. And then we will also be using the X-Coat Tips Gel Glue. This is the product that I used as my base coat on my natural nails, and this is the product I will also be using to apply these nail tips. Btartbox also does offer a glue gel in a tube and also a solid non-stick glue gel. So whatever you prefer, if you like a glue gel in a bottle, a glue gel in a tube, or even a non-stick glue gel, they do have all three. So you can pick and choose which one you like. For beginners, I will recommend the non-stick or the glue gel in a tube, but this product is also great for beginners. It all really is just a personal preference, and you choose whatever you feel most comfortable using. But I will be just using the gel glue today, but I'll have all three linked down below. So to get these nail tips applied, of course, they are pre-colored, and a lot of people believe that you cannot apply pre-colored nail tips using gel because of that viral trend that went around of people just taking your standard press-ons and applying them using gel, and that was very bad because those were not intended to be applied using gel, and a lot of people had the issue of uncured gel sitting on their natural nails and on their skin and then developing an allergy. But these nail tips, they're intended to be applied using gel. That's what the instructions show, and that's how these nail tips are supposed to be applied. Even though they are pre-colored, they still have that transparent look to them, and they are not fully opaque, which allows the light to still reach through just fine. So I'm going to be taking that gel, and I like to apply it to these nail tips or any full cover nail tip that I'm applying. I like to estimate where my natural nail is going to be and just brush some of that gel on. I feel that's the easiest thing to do, and then I will just swipe my brush at the cuticle area to add just a little extra product to be sure I'm going to have enough gel in this nail tip to fully cover my natural nail. I will then just turn on my Flash Cure light, being sure my nail tips and my glue gel are set off to the side. And then I will take the nail tip, start at the cuticle area, and slowly lower the nail tip until the gel has reached the free edge of my natural nail. Because these nail tips, the pre-coloring, like I mentioned, is not fully opaque, you can see through the nail tip and see any bubbles. You can also see when that gel has reached the free edge of your natural nail. So even though they aren't clear, you are still able to see that. Once the gel has reached the free edge of my natural nail and there are no bubbles, I will hold that nail tip in place and do my Flash Cure. Because these are pre-colored, I will do a little bit of a longer Flash Cure. I tend to do about upwards to 30 to 60 seconds for my Flash Cures, just to be sure that I'm getting a long enough Flash Cure for the nail tip to stay in place while I apply the other ones. And then I will, of course, do my full cure. Something else I do want to mention that can be super helpful with the gel product you choose to apply your nail tips. If you have super flat nail beds and you have any gaps in between the full cover nail tip, you may want to use the solid glue gel or the glue gel in a tube just because it is a much thicker gel. And if your nails are super flat and you're having any gaps in between the nail tip and your natural nail, those types of gels can be super beneficial to help fill in those gaps. So that's just something I wanted to mention so you guys are aware of that, just in case you do run into that problem. But I'm just going to go ahead and continue this process. This is very easy, especially once you've been doing it for so many times. When you first start, it may be very tricky, but once you get the hang of it and you don't give up and you just continue doing it over and over again, you are going to be able to do your nails at home like a professional, especially when you're using pre-colored nail tips and have that pre-French tip design. You are going to have a finished nail set that looks like you just walked right out of the salon, but you were able to do it in the comfort of your own home and also save a lot of money. When doing your own nails, it does really save a lot of money because you can get multiple nail sets for the price of one nail set, instead of like going to a salon and paying $50 and just getting one nail set. You can get multiple nail sets. After I do have all of the nails applied, I will go into my full powered nail lamp and do my full cure. And for my full cure, I will do a full 60-second cure to be sure the gel is fully cured. So here are the nails after I have them all applied, and oh my goodness, are these gorgeous. So now for the very minimal filing, just because they are on that strip, and when you pull them off, they have this little piece on the end. We want to quickly remove that. So just taking a hand file, I'm going to go ahead and crisp up the free edge just to make sure everything is crisp and straight. I feel like this is very crucial just because it's going to add just that extra level of professionalism to the overall nail set. But do keep in mind, do not file over the surface of the French tip or like the nails especially, just because you don't want to remove that French tip. You can still go around the cuticle area if necessary though. If you have any spillage, you can take your hand file or your e-file to go around. I'm not going to do that just because these nails, they do look really nice around the cuticle. They're sealed in, they look good, and I don't have any spillage around the cuticle. So I'm just going to take my hand file to crisp up the nail shape and make sure everything is crisp and straight. After doing that, the nails just look a little bit cleaner and better. I'm now ready to move into my nail art. Now, of course, you do not need to do any nail art. If you just want to leave these nails, these classic pink French tips, that is totally okay. And you would immediately go in with your protecting duo, the builder gel and the top coat. But before I apply my protecting duo, I'm gonna do a little bit of nail art. And I want to do a super cute teddy bear Valentine's Day nail set. So I'm going to draw a teddy bear on one of the nails, and then on the other nails I will be adding on hearts. I will also be adding hearts to the teddy bear nail, but I just want to add a cute little teddy bear peeking out from one of the nails. I'm hoping to keep this like very simple and very beginner friendly. So I do have my gel polishes pulled out on my palette here. I have 2 shades of pink, 2 shades of brown, and also a white and a black polish, and these are the colors I'm going to be using for all of my nail art. I am first going to start off with the teddy bear nail just because I want to get that done and out of the way. For the teddy bear, I am going to be just using a dotting tool to draw on like the body and the head and the little arm and then like the eyes and everything like that. I feel like this will be easiest for me, so I am going to start off with one of the brown colors, and I just want to get the body, head and arm drawn on. I want to get that nail shape. Oh, and also probably the ears. So I want to get like the basic outline and then fill that in, and then I will go ahead and cure, and then I'll go in with like any little details, like the second colored brown on its belly, the nose, and then also the eyes. So I'm gonna just go in here with my dotting tool and try to get this outline of the body, head, arm, and ears. So I have the body of the teddy bear, very cute, the body, the head, the little ears, and the arms. Now I'm going to go in with the second brown color to just add a little bit onto his belly, and then I'll use that probably maybe for the ears if I can, and then also I'll go in with the white and black for the eyes, just keeping it very, very simple. So here is my teddy bear nail. That turned out really cute, and I feel like it's just going to add to this nail set. Instead of just doing the hearts, I think the teddy bear is just gonna add a little bit more. So now I'm gonna go in with the hearts, and I will just be using the 2 different shades of pink, the same dotting tool, and then I'll also use my liner brush just to make those hearts, and I will just space those out on all of the nails, and then I'll go ahead and cure them. Hearts are really easy to do. Basically, you just need a dotting tool and a liner brush. You go in with 2 dots side by side, and then you will take your liner brush with your polish on it. I like to just put a very small amount of polish, and you pretty much connect the 2 dots to be like a triangle, but at the same time, you're drawing out that heart shape. It's really that easy and super cute, very beginner friendly, and very basic nail art to do. here are the nails after I have on all of the hearts and I did my full cure. Just very basic nail art, but it really just made these nails come to life. Again, you can leave these nails just French tips. There's no need for nail art, but it will just spice them up a little bit. And I am so happy with the little teddy bear and the little pink hearts. I think that is so freaking adorable and perfect for Valentine's Day. So now we need to finish these nails off with the protecting duo. I 100% recommend this protecting duo from Btartbox. This is intended for their X-coat tips, and it helps so the French tip does not chip off from the nails, and you can get the longest wear with the nails looking as good as possible. So we have step 1, the builder gel, and step 2, the top coat. I'm first going to go in with step number 1, which is the builder gel, and I'm going to apply a layer of this to all of the nails, and then I will cure. Now that the builder gel is applied and cured, we're going to go in with step number 2, which is the top coat, and apply a layer of this to all of the nails and then cure. And here are how the nails are looking after I have the 2 steps of protecting duo applied, the builder gel and the top coat. These nails are so freaking adorable. I love them so much. And these also would have looked just as beautiful if I didn't go in with any nail art. Again, the nail art just kind of spiced things up a little bit, and these turned out adorable. I love them. I'm now going to go in with my cuticle oil. I'm going to apply that to my cuticles, rub that in to nourish them, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of how these nails turned out. Absolutely adorable. The French tips are flawless and the nail art is also very gorgeous. I'm super happy with how it turned out. The cute little pink hearts and also the teddy bear. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Also the perfect match with the pink X-coat nail tips. These are stunning and I am in love with them. They were also very easy to do, very beginner friendly, nails at home, but it looks like you just walked out of the salon and you can call yourself a professional when using these X-coat nail tips from Btartbox. They definitely save you time and money, and I would recommend getting your hands on them, even if you just want them for the French tips. That is totally fine because the French tips also look really amazing. I just wanted to add just a little more just to make them a little more beautiful and also fall into the Valentine's Day nail looks, because this may possibly be one of the final Valentine's Day nail looks that I do, because it is approaching us very, very soon, coming up this week. But I had so much fun with this nail set. Be sure to check the description box because I will be leaving the links to the products down there. But don't worry, I did not forget. I wanted to show the entire step-by-step process from the natural nail prep to applying these nails. I also added in some bonus nail art, and now I'm also going to be showing the removal process. So for the removal process, I'm not going to do it on all of my nails just because that isn't really necessary, because you would just repeat the same exact steps on all of the nails. But I am going to be showing the removal step-by-step process on my thumbnail here, how you would remove these nails. So let's go ahead and quickly jump into that before I end out this video. So let's go ahead and jump into this removal process. So it's so sad that I'm going to go ahead and clip down this nail and actually show the removal and not be able to save it, but it's okay. I'm only going to do one just because of that reason. But you would, of course, once you wear your nails, once you get the longest wear, you will have some growth shown back here. I haven't wore these nails, so that's why I do not have any growth here. I just want to show the process of how you would remove them when it does come time for when you're ready to remove your nail set and ready for your next one. So we have the nail right here as it is. Obviously, it looks very good. There's no growth because, like I said, I have not wore these nails. I just did this nail set. But the first thing we want to do is take a pair of nail tip cutters and we want to clip down the length of this nail. That way, this extra length, it's not necessary. We don't want to worry about soaking that off. We want to just focus on the part of our natural nail. Of course, if the nails don't have any length, you wouldn't need to do this. But because these nails are a longer length, I'm just going to go in here and clip off that part just like that. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just clip it down as far as you can. That way you don't have to worry about soaking that part off when it is not necessary. So the next step, we want to file this nail down as low as possible. We want to file off that top coat layer, the builder gel layer, any nail art, and also just filing into the nail tip. We don't want to start filing into our natural nail though. We do want to be careful with that, but we want to make sure that we can file off at least the top coat layer, because the more you file, you are going to save time soaking. So you can use a hand file to do this. It will just take a little bit longer, but it can definitely be done with a hand file. I personally like using an e-file with a sanding band just because it is a faster process and it will allow me to remove the top coat layer, builder gel layer, nail art layer, and then also getting into the full cover nail tip a lot faster than using a hand file. But either or works great. You just want to be sure that you are filing the surface down on the nail, because this will really save time when it comes to soaking. once you have filed down your nail, I did actually use my e-file, and then I also went in with the hand file just so I could go a little bit further without actually running into my natural nail with the e-file. So I'm now going to brush away the nail dust. And now we are ready for the soak off. So for the soak off, you will want to use either like a soak off bowl or a nail foil, or like the just a regular piece of foil and a cotton ball, or like the little soak off clips. And you will also want to use 100% pure acetone. So I'm going to be using one of these little nail removal foils. It's already has the little pre-cotton pad on it. And then of course we need our 100% acetone. So I'm going to then pour that directly onto the little cotton pad. You can of course also just use a cotton ball and some regular foil, or like I mentioned, the other options. And then you will want to go ahead and wrap your nail, or again, whatever you're using, dip your nail into the bowl. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap my nail, and then we are going to let this sit for 15 minutes. So now that I have let the nail soak and sit, I am going to remove the nail foil. Now that the nail foil is removed, you can see like there is pretty much nothing on my natural nail. There's a little bit, which I'm just going to use my cuticle pusher here and just gently scrape that up. You can really see like this removed super nicely. I'm also going to take my buffer and just go around the cuticle just to get anything that's still there and just lift up any stubborn pieces. I'll then take my dust brush with some rubbing alcohol just to remove all of the nail dust and be sure that my natural nail is free of any gel. So my natural nail looks great. All of the gel is removed. So I'm just going to go in with some cuticle oil. This is very important, especially if you're not immediately putting on a new nail set, because this is going to help rehydrate your nail. You just used acetone. So we want to rehydrate our nail. You could also go in and file shape your nail however you want, but there it is. It's that easy. And you can see that the nail is now fully removed and my natural nail is back to the way it was. I also just removed all of the other nails. I hope that was helpful. I know I get a lot of questions about how to remove the nails, and I know I do not really show that or even have many videos up on my channel. So I hope that was very helpful to how you would remove these Btartbox nail tips once you are ready to remove them. I really hope you all did enjoy today's video, but as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.